because he's not going to let it go.
Well, up next in our second semi-final, it's Antonio Hidalgo of Mexico up against Julio Barillas of Guatemala.
En el blanco número 1 representando a México. On target number 1 representing Mexico, Antonio Hidalgo. En el blanco número 2 representando Guatemala. On target number 2 representing Guatemala, Julio Barillas. Juez de línea de este match, line judge for this match, Andrew Neville.
So there we have our two competitors. Antonio Hidalgo of Mexico on the left-hand side there in red, the defending Pan American champion. Up against a man who, well, frankly, he's a wild card, really. I mean, he's displayed some huge promise ahead of the home stage of the Archery World Cup next month, and more on that later. But on paper, your money would be on the 24-year-old Antonio Hidalgo of Mexico. Barillas to go first. What a way to start.
10. 9. 9. 7 posible 8. 7 possible 8.
Match his first arrow.
10. 10. 10.
Another 10 from Barillas. So a really confident start, no sign of feeling any sort of intimidation about being up against the defending champion. Slight wobble from the wind.
9 posible 10. 9 possible
Nicely
10.
saved.
All square after end 1.
That was very windy and he was moving a lot, but he still managed to put it in the 9.
Yeah, that lull in the breeze that we saw in the early ends of the previous semi-final seems to have given way, and that wind is back again. But looking at the windsogs, it seems quite erratic as well, doesn't it? And that's what must be the most difficult part of it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be very consistent.
Partial official results, Antonio Hidalgo from Mexico, 28 points.
Big
Julio
gusts
Barillas from
followed by
Guatemala,
smaller ones.
28 points.
So how do you deal with that?
You try to pick the right moment. You try to be very strong and make aggressive shots. You don't want to be passive and let that wind, you know, move you all around the target.
All square at the start of end 2.
Ocho, 8.
He looks around at his coach as if to say, what happened there?
7. 7. 10.
That was a faster shot.
9. 9.
I guess it's a case of, you know, if the breeze has stopped and you found that pause in the gusts, then you've just got to take it and go for it.
Yeah.
10. 10.
2 ends, all square again. So as our resident compound archer, tell us a little bit more about these bows. We can get a good look at them now in the slow-mos.
So they're both shooting the same brand. You know, one has a shoot through, which means it has like a window. They're both quite long, which is favorite for male archers.
Antonio Hidalgo from Mexico, 54 points. Julio Barillas from Guatemala, 55 points.
Nothing to separate these two archers going into N3 of this semi-final. And for the first time in the match, Hidalgo shoots first. Mexican on home territory.
9, 9. 8, 8. 8, 8.
Wind changing direction, we can just see on our little
9,
radar there
9.
in the bottom right corner.
Yeah, and you can see it on the flags. They don't really know which way to go,
9,
right or
9.
left.
These arrows just a few hundred grams each, easily affected by the strong winds. But the underdog right now has come out on top after that third end with a 1-point lead. As well as the sights on there, there doesn't seem to be as many of the balance aids that you get on the recurve.
That's personal preferences, but yeah, many compound archer will only use one sidebar instead of two, and they will put a lot more weight on them. I think it's just personal preferences.
10, 10. 8, 8. 10.
Two great arrows from Hidalgo.
Nine.
Get the feeling Barillas just tensing up now. 109 total for Antonio Hidalgo. So that end belongs to him, but
8.
a 3-point lead, so he's turned it around by 4 points, Antonio Hidalgo. That was a tremendous end from the defending champion.
Yeah, Barillas looks a lot less comfortable than he did during the first few ends of this match. It seems more tensed, like you said.
Well, Hidalgo, right when it mattered, shot 2 10s and a 9, which he hasn't done since the very first end.
Resultado parcial oficial: 109 puntos Antonio Hidalgo, México; 106 puntos Julio Barillas, Guatemala. Partial official results.
We were talking about the
Antonio
setup
Hidalgo,
of the
Mexico,
bows earlier on.
109 points,
Is it a
Julio
very
Barillas,
personal
Guatemala,
thing, or do the coaches
106
have a say in it?
Coaches have a say in it, but personal feeling will usually prime over their, you know, preferences, you will always be more comfortable with a setup that you prefer.
Final end. Deficit of 3 that Barillas needs to close. You get the feeling Hidalgo's hit his stride now. He's on a roll.
Yeah, he just seems to be handling the wind better, whereas Barillas seems to get stuck and not being able to execute that shot the way he was at the start.
8 for him. So it should be a straightforward 5 or more for Hidalgo. And it's a 7, so Hidalgo, the defending champion, will have a chance to defend that title in the final. Antonio Hidalgo of Mexico beats Julio Barillas. We'll wait for confirmation of the scores, but there's no doubt as to who has won this match. 134 to 130 in the end, and it was so close in the earlier ends, and I think it was the experience that made the difference, and the kind of mental aptitude of Hidalgo.
Yeah, I think, you know, not giving up, not being too flustered about the win, just keeping his shooting the way it was at the start and probably during the rest of the week. You know, all that has given him the advantage to win this match.
Well, as Hidalgo goes off to sort of rest, recover and rehydrate, he's got about 10-15 minutes to that gold medal match, which he will compete in against Daniel Munoz. Arguably two of the biggest names in Pan American archery in the men's.
Yeah, I think those two are the archers we were expecting to see in the gold final.
And we're just watching Julio Barillas in these highlight clips from that semi-final. Well, we'll see Barillas in action again right now, because it's the bronze medal match coming up against Juan Bonilla shortly.